Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk to you about how to be funny. And the first and most important step here is to stop taking yourself so seriously all the time. I found in my own life and just by observing other people that this is usually the number one roadblock that holds people back from becoming a funnier person. Because if you care too much what others think about you and you want to preserve your reputation all the time, then you're going to take yourself way too seriously and you'll never say anything funny and you won't be playful and you won't make fun of yourself. And that's not a good thing. In fact, the funny thing here is quite often when somebody takes themselves too seriously and they are doing that to preserve their reputation, it actually accomplishes the opposite. It can make people think that you're a boring person, or it can make them think that you're insecure and that you use your seriousness as a cover-up to hide your insecurities, which is often the case, and it can actually lower your reputation for those reasons. So let go of that desire to preserve your reputation. Stop taking yourself so seriously. Instead, be willing to be playful and to make fun of yourself. And the funny thing here is doing those two things will actually elevate your status in the eyes of other people. There's literally a psychological phenomena at play here, where when you're willing to make fun of yourself, it makes you more attractive and elevates your status because it proves to everyone around you that you are secure enough in yourself and your self-image that you are willing to make fun of yourself without caring. That's incredibly attractive because it shows immediately that you aren't insecure about yourself. And also, it's far better that you poke fun at yourself from time to time as opposed to other people making fun of you, because when it comes from you, at least you have the power in that situation. But if other people are rude enough or just insecure enough to make fun of you for a laugh, then immediately it's very difficult to preserve your reputation in those moments because they have all the power now because they originated the jokes. So when you make fun of yourself first and foremost, you basically rob other people that opportunity to do that to you. So if you happen to know a lot of people who like to make fun of you all the time, then start making fun of yourself first before they do, and probably also consider making new friends or at least surrounding yourself with better people who aren't going to do that all the time unless they're doing it in a good way. Like a lot of guys, we make fun of each other and we know that it's cool, but if they're doing it because they're insecure, that is a different story entirely, and you should probably consider kicking them out of your life. But anyway, that was a tangent. On to the next thing. This goes hand in hand with the first one. Stop caring what others think of you. This is another huge thing because it's very difficult to be a funny person if you care what others think of you. Because yet again, you'll be trying to preserve your reputation. You'll be trying to be seen in the best light by other people. So you're not going to be willing to take risks to be funny. Think about all the funny people you know. Do they seem like they care much about what other people think of them? Probably not, at least not in the case of the funniest person you know, because if they did care, they wouldn't make any of those jokes. They'd be too afraid of making a joke that didn't land and then looking foolish, although that doesn't really happen most of the time unless you actually draw attention to the fact that the joke didn't land. Most of the time people are just gonna not laugh and just keep going on with the conversation, and they're not going to immediately think, oh, that guy is an idiot for trying to make a joke that didn't land. No, they're just going to keep going, and that's what you should too. So be willing to take risks, to make jokes, and if they don't land, just brush it off and keep going. That's what all the funniest people do. Not every joke that they make lands. I mean, I can tell you from my own life, not every joke that I make lands, but I don't care. Another funny thing that you should do here is, well, it's not really funny, it's more interesting. I found that when you focus on making yourself laugh first and foremost, on saying things that you find funny, inevitably, quite often, other people will find them funny as well. This is something I do all the time. I will make jokes that I find funny, and quite often I'll make myself laugh, but I don't care. I know some people think, oh, if you make yourself laugh, that's like nerdy or stupid or foolish or whatever. I'm like, I don't care, man. It makes my life more enjoyable, and I enjoy doing it, and it's funny to me, so I'm going to say it, and if I laugh at my own joke, who cares? I don't care what other people think of me for it. And you should be the same way because it helps you be a lot more playful, and it makes it so that even if other people don't laugh at your joke, at least you're still having a good time because that's important. You should be trying to maximize your own time on this planet, and being playful more often than before, it's definitely going to help you accomplish that. So that's just a tip from me, that something that's helped me out in my own life. But the final thing I want to touch on is just, of course, this is probably what you were expecting when coming into this video. Just watch more comedies, watch more stand-up comedy sets, that sort of thing. Just watch more funny content, because it kind of will rub off on you. It will give you ideas on things that are funny. It will help you figure out how to set up jokes and how to talk about your immediate surroundings in funny ways, because quite often comedy is very situational. It depends on your surroundings. You can say really funny things depending on where you're at. Like if you're at a coffee shop or a bar, there are different jokes you can make based on the settings there. And there are also certain jokes you wouldn't want to make because they're not going to make sense in that environment. So learning how to kind of use your environment to your advantage is another great thing. And the easiest way to learn that skill is just watching comedians, especially in the case if they're doing something that isn't pre-scripted, or if you manage to find a comedian who deals with a lot of hecklers and you see the way they react to hecklers with that quick wit. It just basically shows you things that you can do, and inevitably you'll learn funny one-liners from it as well, so that helps. But in general, you just want to learn from people who are good at it, and watching comedy, watching stand-up sets is a great way of having that sort of thing rub off on you. So anyway, this is pretty much what I have for you today in this video, and I hope that it's helpful to you. I hope you start practicing these things, because life really is a lot more fun when you just start being playful, when you're willing to make fun of yourself, when you stop caring what people think of you, when you stop taking yourself so seriously all the time, and just watching more comedy in general makes your life better. And it's a whole heck of a lot better than watching the news or other negative crap like that, because at least it'll make you laugh and make your day better. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!